Oh man. Oh boy, here we are. Here we are. Hello there, world of tankers. Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, I'll be playing in possibly the most overpowered tier 9 ever. We'll have to find out. This is the Erich Konzept 1, a tier 9 German auto-loading medium tank. It didn't used to be an autoloader, but today it has changed its title. Previously, this vehicle had a 360 alpha single shot. It was actually a really fun tank. Well, it still has the same gun, but it got a 20 alpha buff, so now it sits at 380. So yeah, it's actually really good. Great DPM, solid pen values. This is a fantastic gun. But we are not here to play in the 120 millimeter because nobody's going to be using it when this tank has a 152 millimeter that does 500 damage per shot and in 5 seconds does another 500 damage per shot. Yeah, it's a double shot autoloader. What? Why? Why is this a thing? Now, dispersion-wise, it's pretty bad. 0.323. And we'll have to see how the on-movement dispersion and overall aiming time is when we get into battle. But just the fact that this thing now can deal 1,000 damage in 5 seconds is kind of insane. I mean, the Object 752 is considered the most overpowered tier 9 heavy, and that tank has 420 alpha. This, or no, it's 430, but this is 500 on a medium that is incredibly mobile. Oh, was that not a big enough buff for you? Well, Wargaming also decided to buff its armor. This here is the previous Erich Konzept 1. Its armor was 170 millimeters base, which is about 220 on the turret. The lower part is also about 200 millimeters, as we can see. Now, the turret is about 185, and the lower part's 216. In other words, it got about 15 millimeters of more armor on the upper and lower part of the turret. So, if you're running enhanced armor like I am, it's upwards of 250, and against gold, upwards of 270. The lower part is still about 250. Now, does that make it the best armor? No. You will definitely not get a crazy amount of bounces against tier 10s. But against tier 9s, and especially tier 8s, you can expect this tank to get a lot of bounces. Tier 8 mediums don't have 250 to 60 millimeters of AP pen. In fact, a lot of them don't even have 260 millimeters of premium pen. So when you're fighting tier 8s, this thing hull down is gonna be really annoying. Not only that, but even tier 9s, unless they're loading gold, are still going to bounce you. In fact, most tanks not loading gold are going to bounce you. That means your hit points are going to go further, and it means that your gun is going to slap just that much harder. But let's get into some gameplay and see what this tank can do. Oh, well, I was about to, cut to the battle, but we actually just immediately loaded into one. Well, we have an Erich on the enemy team. Not a shocker. I mean, anybody that owns this tank is going to be playing it because it's overpowered now. Let's see which spawn we get. Hopefully the good spawn, but this is Blitz, and I usually don't get good luck. And no, we actually did get the good spawn. I'm surprised. Well, we'll see how the on-movement dispersion of this vehicle feels, but I can tell you that the mobility on this tank is really, really good. As we can see, I'm already upwards of 53, 52 kilometers per hour. This thing is fast. I mean, we're even out accelerating this T-49, which is pretty impressive. All right, well, let's keep on going. We're going to get up this hill, and that's where we're going to be a beast. On-movement dispersion, not nearly as bad as I expected it to be. I mean, this thing is supposed to be a derp gun, and it doesn't really seem like one. Is the concept good? Yes. It is very good. Alright, well, there's the enemy LT, and okay, well, maybe it is derpy. We have the enemy defender, and ooh, there goes 527 off you. Really, I just got shot across the map. By what? I don't know. What I do know is that it took 500 health off me, so it's most likely a 53 TP. Yep, well, there's a 53 TP. That's a little annoying. You know what's not annoying? The fact that the enemy Erich is now on reload, which means I can move up, and a bonk. 497 into that player. Thank you very much. Well, it definitely wasn't the enemy 50 TP that shot me, because that player is just poking now. Let's see, we have the enemy defender, and, well, definitely an awkward spot to be stuck in here. Still got the 50 TP over there. I don't want to reload my clip at all. Bonk. 4. Oh, great. Thank you. Thank you, Bisante. Let's just make it so your teammate can't back up. That's super helpful. I hate teammates so much. I really do, bro. It's one thing when you bleed health because you make a bad play. It's another thing when you bleed health because your teammate decided to drive behind you. Alright, well, let's move over here to the enemy Erich and aim it on its lower plate. 625. And the best part, I know that they're on reload, so I can just move right on up and load in a gold shell. Take them out of the game. There you go. Well, we made the right play, and even though we have bled some health, we are doing pretty good overall, up to 2,300 damage. 10 more seconds, we'll have our shells. Let's head all the way over. Ooh, I take it back. Let's turn around. I see a full health 53 TP in our spawn, and let's go see if we can get some damage into that player. Full speed ahead. Come here, 53, come here. Well, I see you in the open, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive right out, and I don't care if you pen me, because that is 463. And if I reload for just a little bit longer, well, it's going to be a lot more than 463. It's going to be another 470. I mean, sure, we may have low-rolled those shots, but we just took a full health tier 8 and brought it down half its health, just like that. 252 does miss the shot. I don't really care, though, because I just need to reload for a little bit longer, and we'll be able to get a lot more damage. So, let's do that. 3, 2, 1. I'm not letting this 53 shoot me, but what I will do is get a very easy clear into that player and start reloading my clip again. Now I'm going to try and get that TL7. We also have an enemy 50 TP who is still very healthy and a very big threat, so I'm going to have to be cautious about that. Reloading, I got 7 more seconds to go, and we'll see what we can do. Our team is not very good, of course, but nobody ever said my team was going to be good. Let's see if this 50 TP makes a play. If that WZ does, I should be able to take them out of the game. There you go. Nice 250. That was obviously very important. We have the enemy 50 TP, which, there you go, 449. It's a low roll, but I don't care. I've already done 4,000 damage in this game, and now I reload again. 10 more seconds, we'll have our shells back. The craziest part about this vehicle is that it doesn't have bad DPM. It's got 2,300 for some reason. Alright, well, let's move up, and let's see if we can get some damage into these players. We got the 50 TP, who I would love to be able to get a shell into. Even if I don't, I have the TL7, which I get a 509 juicer right into right there. And we reload, and another 500 juicer. That just brought a full health TL7 down quite a bit. Unfortunately, we do get shot in the track, which is not what I wanted, as now we're a one-shot for that enemy player. Okay, well, I'm going to move over here. And we're going to reload. 3, 2, 1. And let's see if that TL7 is right here. Indeed, they are not. Okay. Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to chill here. And I'm going to make a weird play. We're going to jump down. And I'm going to hope that my teammate helps me. We're going to turn. Get an easy clear. Nice. That was obviously super duper important. Poke it. Come on, do it. Ah, yes! We baited both of them. I can't believe that worked. That TL7 fell for it, and then the 50 TP fell for it. And just like that, we had a 5,300 damage. Oh, sorry, 6,200. I don't know where I got 5k. Yeah, 6,222 damage win, acing the vehicle, and absolutely demolishing the enemy team. I don't need to say anything more. This tank is overpowered beyond belief. I don't know how Wargaming came to the idea that this vehicle was going to be balanced. I titled my video, The Meta is Changing or something like that. And there were a lot of people in the comment section. Like, if you look at my previous video when I talked about these changes, there were a lot of comments, even the top voted ones, that were like, everything is changing. Only 3 tanks change. Trust me. This tank is going to change the meta. When you release a vehicle like the Erich Konzept one, and then you give it 1,000 damage in 5 seconds, it changes the meta. Wargaming was so careful on making the BZ-176 balanced. They gave it 560 alpha, an 8-second intra clip, and the worst mobility I've ever seen in my life. No gun depression, no turret armor. And then they come out here and they release a vehicle which has more DPM, only 60 less damage per shot, much more mobility, better turret armor, and it's just stupid. This thing is stupid, bro. It's stupid. I mean, what's the point of even playing the Marat when I can just drive this at tier 9 and kind of be better in every way? This tank should have been a tier 10. Like, if Wargaming wants this vehicle to have this gun and all the other things that they just did to it, it should be a tier 10. Because it doesn't really make sense for this to be a tier 9 with the level of damage and, you know, armor and everything else. Like, this is not good for the game. Alright, well, we're going to cross over here. And I'm pretty in the clear for now. There's an enemy CDA. There's a nice 452. Reloading. Boom! 464. Well, that's 916 health off that player. It was a bit of a low roll, but it's fine. We have the enemy Erich over here. I don't really have to worry about anything behind me. We just have to wait 10 seconds, and then we'll have our shells back. Alright, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, sweet, we got our shells. Oh, we have the enemy Chimera. Bonk! 581. What is that? Oh my god. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. It's just so dumb. We have the M6. Bonk! 486. Alright, well, I do have the T30, but I don't think that the T30 is going to be much support, so I'm going to back out. And let's head over here. Yep. Sucks for you. Alright, let's reload. And we'll see what we can do. That M6 looked like he was waiting for me. And he's no longer waiting for me. Okay. Interesting. I'm going to move up. Oof, there goes the Chimera's health. There's the enemy CDA. And there's the enemy Erich. Alright, well, T30 is going to be rushed. I have to ignore the T30, and I have to push over here and support the rest of my team. Because if I don't, we're probably going to lose. So I'm going to push as quickly as I can right over here to the enemy TNH. We're going to do that right now. And bonk, easy shell. We're going to ram the M103 for a little bit of our HP, which is completely worth it. Another shell into you. Angle the vehicle so we don't get penned with high explosive. And wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. That's worth it, though. I mean, just absolutely annihilated that heavy flank. And the M6 now has to deal with the Emil-2. And I'm just going to reload myself. 3, 2, 1... I know he's going to tunnel me. Well, he actually didn't. There you go. Nice 447. And 3, 2, 1. Bonk. Bye-bye. Yeah, guys, this tank's good for the game. I think that vehicles should be able to deal 1,000 damage and have this level of mobility. It makes sense. Alright, well, we have the enemy CDA, which I do want to clear, but I don't want to lose my health. 3, 2, 1. Bye-bye. Alright, and a 3, a 2, a 1. Bonk! You fired gold into me, I fired AP into you. I think I won that by quite a margin. Alright, well, the Erich is now going to start running, and I'm going to start reloading. Let's see. I'm not worried about the Chimera, even in the slightest. That player is not a threat. What I am worried about is the enemy Erich running away and trying to capture bases or something. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to move over this way. I'm going to head to the side of the Chimera, ignore that player, and bonk! Bye-bye. We can stay a little hull down here, get a nice shell once into the Erich. Yep. I don't know if this is the right play, dude, but alright. YOLOing when I have two teammates next to me is probably not going to be the best maneuver, but let's take a look at the post-game results, guys. This tank's good for the game. Really, it's good for the game. 5,133 damage, 4 kills, and once again, the easiest victory of my life. I am willing to say that this is the most overpowered tank in Tier 9. It might be the most overpowered tank in the game. If anybody disagrees with me, please prove me wrong. But it's dumb. I don't need to say anything. I knew it was going to be dumb the moment I saw the changes. Its intraclip is too fast, the damage is too high, it has too much DPM, it has too much accuracy. It's literally a Sheridan with 2 shells and with armor at a lower tier. Good job, Wargaming. This is why I get disappointed when I see some of the decisions they make. Because now, if I'm not playing this, I have to go up against a double-shot Sheridan. Ooh boy. I don't know. Part of me wants to play this tank more. Part of me wants to banish this thing to the Shadow Realm. Unfortunately, what it means for most of you, especially people that won't be spending money on this tank, is that you just have to deal with another overpowered collector that is going to ruin your fun. Basically a Barask at Tier 9. Oh well, hopefully you enjoyed the video, and if you want to see more content like this, you know what to do. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.